going on, good people of YouTube? It is me, Chavez. I'm back with another MLB player prop video for you. Today is Thursday, July 6, 2023. As always, I hope this video finds you all doing well and in good spirits. We're going to kick things off with a recap from yesterday, dive into the Prizepicks board, then transition over to the Underdog board where I have one play to share with you. So in total, 3 plays today to break down. If that sounds good to you, then I encourage you to stick around, drop a like, sub up, click that notification icon. Go ahead and get notified of all upcoming content and videos from me and the channel. And without further delay, let's get into those plays from yesterday. All right, 2-1 on the day. Let's talk about these plays. Much better results yesterday, for sure. Dean Kramer goes 6 innings, man. He squeaks out that last out, gives him 18 total pitching outs. We had the under on 17.5. That one was a little bit of a sweat. His counterpart, Brian Velo, goes over his 27.5 pitcher fantasy score. Really played out the way we talked about in yesterday's video. Didn't strike out as many batters as I thought, but he did go 7 innings. He did keep the runs under 3, and he got quality start bonus, and he got the win bonus, which doesn't hurt. And then we took the over Brian Reynolds 6.5 fantasy points. You could have had his fantasy points at 10.5. It wouldn't have mattered because he hits a home run in his first at bat, clears that line. So ends the night on a strong note. 2-1 overall. I would love nothing more than to give you another winning day, and I hope today's picks get us to that result. So without further delay, we're going to transition into the Prizepicks board and start breaking down 2 plays. All right, here are the 2 plays that we're talking about over on Prizepicks. As always, if you got what you want, I wish you the best of luck. If you want to stick around and listen to me break these down, then you're in luck, because that is what we were about to do. Let's head over to props.cash and let's first talk about Dylan Carlson. 0.5 total bases. I like the over. All right, here we are on props.cash. 0.5 total bases. So basically what that is one single. We need 1 single from Dylan Carlson today. Let's take a look at what he's done on the road over his last 5 games. He had a crazy game versus Washington. 2 homers in that game. I mean, I don't want to throw that game out the window, but it does inflate his numbers a little bit. But overall, in those 5 games, he's giving you 11 total bases. In terms of his hits, he's giving you 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't count this morning. 5 hits. If we go back to total bases and scroll down here on props.cash, we can take a look and see how many of these hits were extra base hits. Again, we need a single today. That's the highest probable hit for him, I guess. Aside from those 2 home runs, you can see that the rest of his hits were singles because this is only showing you extra base hits. So those 2 home runs, and he has 3 singles. So this is something that he's doing on a pretty consistent basis. Today he faces Yuri Perez. No history versus Yuri Perez. However, on the season versus right-handed pitchers like Yuri Perez, Dylan Carlson has a 198 batting average, 3 homers, 4 doubles, 1 triple. Why aren't his singles showing? 14 singles right there. Now, Dylan Carlson is a switch-hitting batter, meaning he can bat from both sides of the plate. We can look at Yuri Perez on the year, giving up more production to right-handed batters. So I assume we see Dylan Carlson take more of his swings from the right side of the plate, where Yuri Perez has allowed 2 homers, 10 doubles, 9 singles, 1 triple in 100 batters faced. So again, 1 single is all we need. This is a road game for St. Louis, so they are guaranteed those bats in the 9th inning, those at-bats, those plate appearances in the 9th inning, which we should see Dylan Carlson have 4, maybe 5 opportunities to get this done. Makes me like the over on this prop even more. So let's put it on the board. Over 0.5 total bases for Dylan Carlson as our first play on Prizepicks. All right, let's talk about Jonah Heim. Hits, runs, and RBIs. I like the over 1.5. Let's head over to props.cash and break it down. All right, here we are. Props.cash. Last 5 games pulled up for Jonah Heim. I like this play for a few reasons. I'll share with you what those are. So first of all, looking at his hits, runs, and RBIs. There you go. Over the last 5 games, he's giving you a total of 13 hits, runs, and RBIs. Massive games with 2 home runs here, which really inflates those numbers, but it's production nonetheless. We're not going to discount home run production. On the season, one plate appearance versus, well, in his career, I should say, one plate appearance versus Cutter Crawford. Not a whole lot to dig into. Now, Jonah Heim, another switch hitting batter versus a right-handed pitcher in Cutter Crawford. So on the year versus righties, Jonah Heim, I mean, all his power is coming from this side of the plate. He has 12 homers on the season, 11 out of those 12 facing right-handed pitching. He also has 13 doubles, 33 singles. Just a lot of production for Jonah Heim versus right-handed pitching. And he also has 42 RBIs. So as you can see, Jonah Heim does well versus righties. Now, Cutter Crawford, on the season, Cutter Crawford's given up a higher batting average to right-handed batters, but equal power to each side of the plate. So 5 homers to both lefties and righties, 5 doubles to both lefties and righties. The biggest difference is he's giving up more singles to righties, so that is going to inflate that batting average a little bit and suppress the batting average for lefties. So I feel like whichever side of the plate Jonah Heim bats from today, he's going to find good opportunities to get on base and hopefully drive in an RBI. That's what we're looking for, an RBI single, an RBI double, or he can just get it done with a home run today. If you're interested in what those odds are, plus 425 odds to hit a home run, I'll take an RBI double and we can just call it a day. So let's do over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for Jonah Heim as our second play over on Prizepicks. All right, and for our third and final play of the day, we're talking about Lane Thomas fantasy points over on Underdog. I like the over on this one, dog. Let's head on over to props.cash and break it down. Okay, over on props.cash, we have Lane Thomas hits, runs, and RBIs pulled up for his last 5 home games, being that this game is being played in DC. Now, when we talk about fantasy points, props.cash, again, doesn't offer fantasy filters, so we have to kind of do the math and kind of piece it together based off hits, runs, and RBIs, stolen bases. Remember, no point deduction, you know, for strikeouts, pop-ups, stuff like that. So it's all on the up and up when we talk about fantasy points. Over his last 5 games, hits, runs, and RBIs, Lane Thomas has given us 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hits, runs, and RBIs. In those 5 games, he has 1 homer. He has driven in exactly 2 RBIs, scored 2 runs, and totaled 0 stolen bases. Remember, stolen bases are worth 4 points on Underdog. Much friendlier scoring system on Underdog. So let's take a look at his numbers versus left-handed pitching, because there is no history between him and Brandon Williamson today. So let's take a look at what Lane Thomas has been up to versus lefties. It's a real thing. 374 batting average, huge power, 7 homers, 8 doubles, 24 singles, 1 triple, and he's driven in 21 RBIs versus lefties. Man, 374 batting average is a huge batting average. Brandon Williamson, on the other hand, versus right-handed batter, had to double check to make sure he wasn't also a switch hitting batter. So Brandon Williamson on the season versus righties, he has given up 241 batting average, 8 homers, 9 doubles, 1 triple, and 16 singles. Very little production given up to lefties in terms of power. Given up 9 singles, so it inflates that batting average a little bit more. But I mean, all that power is being given up to right-handed batters, which just makes me like the over on this line even more. Now, because this game is being played in DC, Nationals are the home team. We're not guaranteed that those extra bats in the 9th, or we're not guaranteed the 9th inning at bats. So I'm hoping we can get 4 at bats from Lane Thomas, maybe 5, but I think 4 at bats versus Brandon Williamson and this not so great Cincinnati Reds bullpen can do the trick. Makes me like the over. 7.5 hitter fantasy score for Lane Thomas as our third and final play of the day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude our player prop portion of the video. Very quick note about sponsorship. If you have any interest in learning about my partnerships, my affiliates, you can find all the information in the description of this video, whether it be props.cash, Thrive Fantasy, or the newest partner of the channel, DG Fantasy, who, by the way, has completely redesigned their website. Extremely sleek, super friendly to use. and they've increased their trials. So it went from 3 days to now 7-day free trial. So you can test the optimizer out over on DG Fantasy for a full 7 days before deciding if you want to move forward with a week plan, a month plan. If you want to move forward with any of those plans, use my affiliate link. Again, it's going to be in the description of this video to get $5 off your plans. If you got any questions about that, just drop me a comment and let me know. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for stopping by the channel, checking this video out. Do drop a comment. Let me know what you like on the board, as well as your thoughts on these plays. As always, thank you so much for stopping by the channel and just really supporting it and helping it get bigger and bigger every single day. Best of luck to you all should you tail any of these plays. And until tomorrow's MLB player prop video, Chavez is out.